We are going to see the 40 seconds sentence from Thirukolur Penpillai Rahasyam, and this is Moolam Endru Azhaitheno Gajarajane Pole. The story is going to revolve around an elephant and crocodile. I am sure most of our listeners would have guessed the story. Yes, we are getting into the chapter where Gajendra Moksham is explained, which is in Bhagavatam. Once again, I repeat my request to my listeners that we will not look into the details which are described in different ways by different texts and different speakers. When we collect point, there are many variations, but what is the ultimate thing which is going to be portrayed by the characters which are going to be described by Thirukolur is what we are going to look into. In this story, there was an elephant by name Gajendra, and in his previous life he was a king and he was also a devotee of Lord Vishnu. Because of earlier births vasanas, even in this life as an elephant, every day he would offer lotus flower to Lord Vishnu. And one day he was coming near a river along with his family. They were all getting into water, they quenched their thirst, and Gajendra wanted to take bath in the river. He was in water and he was enjoying his bath in the river. Suddenly, a crocodile came and caught hold of its leg. And Gajendra's friends and Gajendra's family members helped him a lot. They tried all their efforts, they put all their efforts, but they could not save him. So Gajendra realized that things were going beyond control, and he came to a point where he decided he could not do anything much. He all the time believed his strength and the strength of the family members, friends, etc. Finally, he realized that he was not getting anywhere. He was continuously fighting, but nothing happened. This fight was watched by even Devas. That's what Bhagavata Puranam says. Finally, he called out to the Lord. He called out Adi Mulame, and the Lord came, and with his Sudarshan Chakra, he saved King Elephant, Gajendra, and then he destroyed the crocodile which was trying to eat this elephant. His sentence at that time, what he spoke, is very touching. He says, I was not worried about the fight. I was not worried about my death also. But the innermost feeling what I had was, I was not able to bring this lotus flower to you, Lord. That was my feeling, that I couldn't fulfill my promise, that every day I was offering this flower. That was his feeling. Actually, every other sentence in Thirukolur Penpillai reflects this kind of a manifestation of bhakti, I would say. Even in Nambadwan story, when Nambadwan was about to be eaten by Brahmarakshas, this is story number 33. Nambadwan was not worried about his death. He says, I have some important ritual to be completed in the temple, and he was not even allowed inside the temple. He was performing Ekadashi Vrat for so many years, and that he wanted to complete and then come back. So his worry was not about getting killed by Brahmarakshas. His worry was that he was not able to do a particular kind of worship. So these kinds of stories, if we hear, we would reinstate and then we would judge ourselves as to where we are. So that kind of an inner journey will happen if we listen to this Thirukolur Penpillai Rahasyam. And pertaining to that, there are many stories which are abundant in Bhagavatam. I am not able to proceed without telling the 9 types of bhakti, what Prahalada tells Hiranyakasipu. Shravana, listening, Kirtana, singing, Smarana, meditation, Pada Sevana, serving, Archana, praising, Vandana, worshipping. Dasya, slave, to become a slave. Sakyam, friendship. Atma Nivedana, surrender of the self. Prahalada will plead his father. At least one in the now 9 types of bhakti, if you can show, it will be very nice. This portion comes again in Nasimha Avatar in Bhagavatam only. So all these stories of devotion, we need to think again and again. We need to bring to our awareness. Telling this, why this crocodile? What is the story about crocodile? That also we have to look into. Crocodile was a Gandharva in his previous life, and he was playing in water with a few people. Actually, these Puranas have given some kind of restrictions for us as to how to take bath in a river. There are lots of do's and don'ts. So this Gandharva by name Huhu, he was playing in water, and by mistake some person who was doing tapas was disturbed. And immediately that rishi gave him a curse. You are very fond of playing in water and creating trouble for others. You be in water only. You take birth as a creature in water only. Then the Suhu Gandharva will ask him, what is the solution to this problem? At that time, this rishi will tell him, there will be a situation when an elephant will come to the river and there will be a fight between you and an elephant, and God himself will come and he will release you from this curse. So that is how this Suhu Gandharva became a crocodile, and he caught hold of this Gajendra's leg, and both of them will be released from their existing situations. This is how the story ends. And saying this, Thirukolur Penpillai would say, I never called out Adimoolam like Gajendra. So, in every other story, she would plead, or she would feel bad, or she will have self sympathy. She'll say, I have not done this kind of a good thing, this kind of a good deed. Saying so, she said she would leave Thirukolur. So, in this sentence also, she would say she was leaving Thirukolur.